Pete, did anyone address the team with words of encouragement or, a message before this game with everything on the line?
Honestly, we were just on the same page collectively. After yesterday's game, we just had a collective conversation where it's like, hey, this is it. This is who we are. This is the situation we're in, and let's keep continuing to lay it all out there. And today, I thought that just right off the jump, what really set the tone for today's game was Petey. He had second and third, no outs, and then him bearing down right there, and just making unbelievable pitches that got the crowd into it, and that really set the tone for the entire game. We were just all on the same page, just working together.
It's exciting. It's a huge honor and a privilege to be able to get the ball in those situations, and I don't take them lightly, and I try to go out there and execute my pitches and get as far as I could into the game for the team.
Were you able to keep your emotions in check, though, or did it feel different going out there?
No, it felt good. Obviously there was excitement. Haven't started in a while, and to be able to get that opportunity was exciting. But once I got going and warming up and everything, it was felt like another start.
When you got out of that jam in the first and you heard the crowd erupt here, what was going through your mind? Anybody say anything to you on the way back to the dugout?
Yeah, it was awesome. It was huge to hear them get up like that, and I think stuff like that leads to what we did in the bottom of the first. I think it gets our guys going. We get in the dugout and we get a chance to hit, and our guys set the table, and Pete hit the homer. So it's really exciting, and it's awesome to have our fans behind us like that.
You said yesterday that this team was a lot about resilience. I think we saw that today. What made you feel so good about this team's effort today?
The quality of at-bats that we had, the quality of pitches that we, as a pitching staff, we had, the intensity that we came. We understood that this is a do-or-die game, and we had to give everything we had, and that's what we did. So we enjoyed tonight, learn from it, and then turn the page.
Francisco, when Dave gets out of the first and then Pete comes up and hits that home run in the bottom of the inning, what was the feeling around the team in the dugout right there?
I didn't go in the dugout, but I could feel the vibes, and Petey stepped up huge. You have two of the best hitters in the game. Immediately they get on base, and then he comes out and then works his way out of it. That set the tone as a pitching staff, and then as hitters, Pete driving, starting the game 3-0 is one of those where it's like, okay, we have the momentum, let's keep it. Let's continue to push forward, let's continue to have a quality game.
You mentioned last night that if you guys just did what you were still doing, that you eventually come around for you.
Yeah, it's what you learn by being here for a while. And you just learn to not panic, and if you're new here, then you can definitely start to panic and start to try and change things. But we've had success focusing on the process for 4 or 5 months now, and it's not the time to change it. So just glad that we got some things to go our way, and like I said. Last night, I think even we were just trying to beat on that dam until it finally breaks, and it broke tonight.
Are you aware that you guys didn't strike out in the game?
I wasn't until they just told me after the game in the interview, and that's pretty crazy. In today's game, with what today's pitchers have, that's pretty amazing. So I didn't know that, but I think it's a pretty cool stat.
Nobody struck out in this game.
Yeah, I just heard that. That's incredible. We had a great game plan going into it. So shout out Barnesy and Xavi. And then, Francisco and Nimmo and Pete really set the tone in that first inning. Obviously, Francisco starting us off with a bullet. Nim puts together a great AB, and Pete hits a ball off the ground into the apple. So that was pretty sick. It's going to be a fight, and we're looking forward to it.
Edwin, did you have a feeling that you were going to go sixth in this one?
Yeah, I talked to Mandy earlier, and he told me, be ready to go multiple innings. So I was aware, and I was ready early. In the 6th inning, I was doing all my prep to be ready when they need me.
How does all that prep and stuff change when you know you're going longer than just 3 outs?
No, I just start doing a little bit early. You know, I get there by the 5th inning, so I start warming up when normally it's like in the 7th. So I start 1 inning before, and I was ready when they made the call.
Edwin, when you go up 8 runs, though, does your mind start to relax a little bit? How do you stay focused and say, hey, I don't know if they're going to need me, but I got to stay ready?
No, I got to stay ready because this is win or go home. So I was treating this game like a 1-0 game, tie game. So I was trying to do all my best to secure the W.
What are your predictions for going back to LA?
Win next 2 games.